So it's winter time now, and we finally got a break from the long, arduous task of watering. All summer long it was non-stop watering in the landscape beds, non-stop watering in here, and finally we can take a break. But that doesn't mean you stop watering your landscape plants or any other plants that you've got potted up especially. Out in the landscape we're great, we get plenty of rain, and you know, there's no problems at all with the watering. But in here we're covered, rain doesn't get in here. I still need to keep the roots moist. So I want to answer this question because I get it all the time. People ask me, how often do I water my plants through the winter? And some people wonder if they even need to water their plants. Well, just because these guys are dormant and sleeping right now doesn't mean they don't need water. They're still absorbing water. Those roots still need to stay moist down in there to stay viable. They're dormant, but if you let that soil dry out, they're gonna dry up, those roots are gonna shrink down, they're gonna die. So we don't want to water constantly, but we do need to keep those roots moist. Just because they're dormant doesn't mean that the roots don't need moisture. So let's take a look at what I do. I'm going to show you some of these plants here, show you how moist or not so moist they are right now after a month. It's been a month since I've watered anything in here, and we'll see what everything looks like and then get to watering. So here's these green giant arborvitae cuttings that I stuck last spring, and they all rooted great. I mean, shoot, I don't know, I might have had one or two of them not make it, but geez, these things rooted like crazy. That guy, he just won't quit. And the soil is, it's still a little moist, but it's actually a little bit dry on top. You can kind of see the consistency and the moisture level in there. You know, there's not a ton of moisture going on down in there, but it's just moist enough to keep the plants growing. Well, not really growing right now, but keep them viable while they're dormant through the winter, and keep the roots healthy. But I still need to water this. Like I said, it's been about a month since I've watered anything out in here, and the soil's starting to dry out a little bit. So these are some Nova Zembla rhododendron. I've got a whole bunch of them right here. And if we look down in the pot here, it's pretty dry on the surface. You scratch down in there a little ways, you can see it's a little bit more moist the further down we go, which is what we want. We don't want to be a soupy mess down in there through the winter time, because they're not in actual growing phase right now, and they're not going to be able. I swear he was not crowing when I came out here. So I've got all these plants here that are a year behind these plants right here, and their root ball isn't as big in the pots, and you can see they're still kind of moist on the surface here, and have a I think he doesn't like me. Have a lot more moisture down in the pots there, because like I said, they're not as formed. They haven't been able to soak up as much moisture as these guys yet, whereas these guys, they're a little bit more moist here, or a little bit less moist here. It's drier on the surface, but there's still a little bit of moisture down in here. Aren't these things beautiful? Even in the winter time, man, all the colors start coming out, the buds start forming. They start taking on their own little characteristics. Through the spring, everything's just green, but in the wintertime, after it all starts hardening off, look at that kind of purples in there in the buds. Look at this. Look at these buds right here. I love how those things look, and out in the landscape, they get even bigger. Those buds are bigger, and from a distance on a big mature plant, that just looks really cool. So, man, you know, rhododendrons, they may only bloom once a year, but they just got interest in the landscape and really neat different characteristics all through the year, even in the winter time. Probably don't want to sit around and watch me water plants all day long, but this gives you a good idea of what I do through the winter. So everything's watered up, it's all moist, the soil's going to be good to go. This will probably last me another month, maybe even 2 months. I'll come back out and check on it every once in a while. I walk through here pretty regular through the winter and always kind of keep an eye on things, but everything's watered up for now. We shouldn't have any problems. We're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see another video about watering, I talk about watering cuttings. Hey, if you haven't seen it, I made it, I think, what was it, 2 years ago almost. But people ask me a lot of questions about how often to water cuttings. And so I'll just put a link up in the corner up there. And if you guys want to see that, go check it out. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to follow along. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios!